Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your reading today, Virgo. And I want to say first, if you found your way to this message, if something guided you here at this exact moment in your day, please know that is not an accident. Nothing about this moment is accidental. Not every message that comes through today will apply to every single Virgo watching. So please, as always, take what resonates with your soul, what speaks to your situation, what lands somewhere true and real inside you, and gently release the rest. Let it go with love. Now, before we go anywhere else today, I need to tell you something. Because what is coming through for Virgo right now is urgent in a way I did not anticipate when I sat down with your energy. And the urgency is not mine, it is coming from somewhere else entirely, from a place that exists just beyond the visible world, from the part of your life that continues even when you cannot see it. There is a love that never left you, and today it has something to say. Um, please, what do we need to know today? What is coming through for Virgo? Oh, oh, Virgo. I was not prepared for the quality of what just came through because what I am feeling, what is pressing forward with an insistence that I simply cannot set aside, is the energy of someone who loved you. Someone whose love for you did not end when their physical presence in your life did. Someone who exists now in the part of your interior world that holds the people who shaped you, whose voice still lives in you, whose lessons are still operating in the fabric of who you are, whose presence you carry, even on the days when the carrying feels like absence rather than company. And that love, that specific, particular, entirely yours love, has something urgent to tell you today. Something it has been trying to reach you with, something that the noise of your daily life, the weight of everything you have been carrying, the very Virgo habit of keeping your head down and pushing through, has perhaps been making it difficult to receive. Let's see what else is coming in. Please, what does this love need Virgo to hear? The first thing, the very first thing pressing forward, and I want to say it exactly as it is arriving, because it is arriving with a specificity that feels important, is this: you are carrying too much alone. And I see you doing what you always do, taking the weight of everything onto your own shoulders, because asking for help feels like burden, because showing the difficulty feels like weakness, because the Virgo in you believes at some fundamental level that the proper response to hardship is to simply handle it quietly, without complaint, without allowing anyone to see how heavy it actually is. And this love, this voice from the part of your world that exists beyond what the eye can see, is saying today, with an urgency I can feel pressing through everything: put some of it down, not all of it, just some. You are not designed to carry this alone, and you do not have to. Um, oh, Virgo, right? Because how many of you felt that land somewhere real just now? How many of you felt something in your chest respond to those words, not with surprise, but with the specific quality of recognition that belongs to something you already knew but needed to hear from somewhere outside yourself before you could fully receive it. That is what this love does. It does not tell you anything you do not already know. It reminds you of what you know but have forgotten in the exhaustion of the daily carrying. It reaches through from wherever it lives now and says, I see you. I see exactly what you are doing, and I see exactly how much it is costing you. And I love you enough to say it does not have to cost this much. Let's see what else is coming in for Virgo today. Please, what else does Spirit want this collective to know? Oh, I love this. Oh, this is so beautiful because what is coming through now, and I am going to speak it in the voice of this love because Spirit is bringing it through so clearly, is something that goes beyond the carrying, something more personal, more specific to you, more intimate in the way that only someone who truly knew you could be. Listen, I want you to hear me today. Not the version of what I would say that you have constructed in your mind, the idealized version, the version shaped by grief and memory and the particular way loss tends to smooth the edges of what was complex and make it simpler than it was. The real version, the voice that knew your faults and loved you anyway, the presence that saw the full, complicated, sometimes difficult, always extraordinary reality of who you are and chose you every time without condition. That voice is saying something today that it needs you to hear. You are not failing. I know you think you are. I know the Virgo in you has been running its perpetual audit, checking every decision, reviewing every outcome, comparing where you are to where you thought you would be by now, and finding the gap between the two and deciding from that gap that something is wrong with you, that you should be further along, that you should have figured this out by now. That the difficulty of recent times is somehow evidence of a failing on your part rather than simply the natural and unavoidable texture of a life that is genuinely trying to grow into something larger than what it has been. You are not failing. You are becoming, and becoming is hard, Virgo. It is supposed to be hard. It is hard precisely because what you are becoming is significantly larger than what you have been, and the expansion hurts before it liberates. Every time, without exception. Let's see what else Spirit is sharing. Please, what does this love need Virgo to understand about where they are right now? Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely, yes, because what is coming through now is something I feel so strongly for Virgo in this collective. It is about the specific and quietly devastating habit of your sign that this love sees so clearly and wants to speak to directly. The habit of giving endlessly, generously, with the full depth of everything you have, and then wondering in the quiet moments why the return never quite matches the giving. And this love is saying, today I watched you do this your whole life. I watched you pour yourself into people, into work, into the relationships, and the situations and the causes that called for your particular quality of care. And I watched you accept far less in return than what you gave. Not because you did not know your worth, because you believed at some deep and rarely examined level that asking for proportionate return was somehow asking for too much, that the appropriate Virgo response to being undervalued was to simply give more, as though enough giving would eventually produce the recognition that the giving itself never seemed to generate. Oh, Virgo, right? How many of you felt that? Because that is the specific and deeply embedded pattern that this love is pointing at today, not to shame it, not to criticize it, but to illuminate it, to bring it into the light where you can actually see it clearly enough to make a different choice. And the different choice, the one this love is urging from wherever it speaks to you from today, is simply this: receive. Let yourself be given to the way you give to others. Let the care come toward you without immediately deflecting it, minimizing it, deciding it is too much trouble for the person offering it. Let yourself be seen in your difficulty without performing fine for the comfort of those who love you. Let the help in. Let the love in. Let the full, proportionate, actually matching what you give love in, and trust that receiving it does not make you a burden. It makes you human. Let's see what else is coming in. Please, what else does this love want to share with Virgo today? Oh, wow. Oh, I love this so much because what is pressing through now is something I did not expect, something more practical, more specific, more directly connected to where Virgo is right now in this season of their life. And it is coming through with a specificity that tells me it is meant for particular people in this collective in a very direct way. There is a decision that has been sitting with you, that you have been turning over and over, examining from every angle, the way Virgo always examines decisions, trying to find the provably correct choice before committing to any choice at all. A decision that has perhaps been waiting longer than it should have, because the Virgo in you will not move until it is certain, will not step until the ground is confirmed solid, will not leap until it can calculate the landing with a degree of precision that life simply does not offer. And this love is saying, make the decision, Virgo. Not because you have all the information, not because the outcome is guaranteed, but because the waiting, the specific daily accumulating cost of the continued not deciding is costing you more than the risk of the wrong choice would. Trust yourself. That is what this love is saying today, more than anything else. Trust the instrument. Trust the judgment that has been calibrated through everything you have lived, everything you have observed, everything you have processed with the extraordinary precision that is your particular and irreplaceable gift. Your discernment is not failing you. Your fear of your own discernment is. Let's see what else Spirit is bringing through for Virgo. Please, what do we need to hear? Oh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful, guys, because what is coming through now is something that I think Virgo needs to hear more than almost anything else today. Something that this love, this voice from the part of your world that persists beyond the visible has perhaps been trying to reach you with for a long time. Something that the busyness and the carrying and the perpetual self improvement project of being Virgo has made it difficult to actually sit still long enough to receive. I am proud of you, not of who you are becoming, though I am proud of that too, of who you already are right now in this moment, in the unfinished, still working on it, not yet arrived at the destination version of yourself that you walk around in every day and find insufficient in approximately 1,000 small ways by the time evening comes. That version, the actual one, I am proud of that one because I see what it takes to be you. I see the standard you hold yourself to and the gap between that standard and how you feel about yourself most days. I see the extraordinary care you bring to everything you touch and the way you discount that care. The moment it becomes ordinary, the moment it is simply what you do rather than something exceptional. I see the depth of your feeling and how rarely you allow it to be fully expressed because full expression has always felt slightly dangerous. Too much, too vulnerable, too likely to ask something of the people receiving it that they might not be equipped to give. Um, I see all of it. I have always seen all of it. And I want you to know from wherever I speak to you from now, from whatever form this love takes when it lives in the part of the world, you cannot directly access that what I see when I look at you has always been extraordinary, has always been worth more than what the world has so far reflected back, has always been in the specific and unconditional way of the love that matters most enough, more than enough, everything. You have always been everything. And it is time, past time, that you started living like someone who knows it. Let's see what else is coming in for this reading today. Please, what final message does Spirit have for Virgo? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because what is coming through now as the final piece of this reading is perhaps the most important thing of all. And it is simple, which is unusual for Virgo, who tends to distrust simple because simple feels like something important might have been missed in the analysis. But sometimes the most important things are simple, and this is one of them. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The loves that shaped you, the ones that exist now in the interior world you carry, that live in your instincts and your values and the specific way you move through the world, those loves did not depart when their visible presence did. They became part of the fabric of who you are. They speak to you through your own deepest knowing. They guide you through the specific and irreplaceable quality of wisdom that only lived experience shared with someone who loved you can produce. And today, right now, in this reading, in this specific moment that something guided you toward, they are speaking. with urgency, with love, with the particular and pressing quality of something that has been waiting for you to be still enough to hear it. You are not failing. You are not alone. You are not too much or not enough or any of the other assessments the Virgo inner critic generates with such reliable efficiency. You are loved by forces and presences and the accumulated wisdom of everyone who ever cared for you in ways that persist beyond what the visible world can contain. And the message they send today, urgent, pressing, arriving through every channel available because they need you to receive it, is simply this: keep going, Virgo. Not because the road ahead is easy, it is not. And the love that speaks today would never insult you with that kind of reassurance. But because what is waiting at the end of the road you are currently walking is something that the difficulty of the journey is making possible. Something worth the carrying, something worth the patience, something worth every ordinary, unglamorous, nobody is watching moment of choosing to continue. Keep going. You are more supported than you feel, more loved than you know, and closer to where all of this has been leading than the weight of recent times has allowed you to believe. Uh, this is your reading for today, Virgo. This has been a genuinely extraordinary energy to sit with today, and I am so grateful that Spirit brought it through with this level of clarity and love. For those of you who felt something shift while this was being shared, for those of you who felt a presence, a recognition, a quality of being seen that goes beyond the ordinary trust that it is real. It has always been real. If this reading touched you today, if it found you exactly where you needed to be found, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Your presence here matters more than you know. Blessings of love, clarity, and the specific and unshakable knowing that you are held to every single Virgo watching today. You are so deeply, completely, unconditionally loved. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye.